Okay, so I have some data here that is position time data that came in, but if I want to change what I'm actually looking at, I click over here on position, and that gives me a list of all the things I could get. I got position, velocity, acceleration, force. Let's say I want to look at the velocity time graph. Now, if I just click that, it's showing me both. I don't want to see both. I'm going to turn off position and leave on velocity. Click away from it. Great, and there's my velocity time. But I see this thing is accelerating, and I want to see the actual acceleration. So I'm going to turn on acceleration instead. There we go. Okay, so now I got this big spike down here. I don't want that. So I'm going to pinch zoom just with my fingers on the screen to this part. That's what I want to see. And I have this average acceleration here, but it's a little wonky. So I'm going to click to highlight that section. If I go down here to this button, I get graph options. I'm going to go view statistics. And then I get stats just for that region, and I get the mean, so the average 2.099. So I get the average acceleration right in that spot that I want. Great, but what if I wanted to get the acceleration from the velocity graph? Well, I can still do that. I'll turn on my velocity instead, and I'm going to get, let's see, I'm going to do something fancier. I'm going to apply a curve fit. Linear curve fit. Oh, but it's right now this is applying curve fit for the whole thing. I don't want all of that data. I need to highlight the section that I want, which is this section right here, where the actual velocity is looking pretty linear. So again, apply a curve fit. Linear is the default option. You got a whole bunch of other options, but linear makes sense for what we're doing right now. Apply, and now this gives me the data for that line. So I see the slope is 2.1, just like we found the acceleration on the other side. Gives me a y-intercept, and it tells me the RMSE, the how close is it to, actually the R value is how close is that to being linear, and it's pretty darn linear. So again, so we highlighted the region we want. We made sure the y-axis is showing us what we want it to show us and turned off the other stuff. We used view statistics for that range to get an average for a section, or you can get a duration on the delta x, and we applied a curve fit to get a linear section where it's linear. And if you wanted to see two graphs at one point, up here in the top right, you can go to graph, you can go to two graphs, even three graphs if you're feeling crazy, and view two things at once. So you could turn this on and say acceleration, boom, turn off the force, and now I see the acceleration and the velocity at the same time. Happy graphing, my friends.